are we ready for Salty, the roast of hentai? So, if y'all have never been to a roast before, the way this is going to work is we are going to be saying some hateful, awful, offensive jokes about hentai and all the other drag performers on the stage. So if you have a problem with that, I suggest you take a few more shots and hopefully you'll loosen up. And it's going to be a great show. But with that, the roast has begun. Like Hentai said, I can't even form my sentences, but that's okay, bitch. I had a few drinks already. I'm a little nervous. I was sick the past week. I'm just gonna come up with every excuse that I possibly can. I smoked a blunt. I was thinking about Mariah Carey last night, and it just like got me thinking that I was doubting myself. But you know what? I'm still going to kill this roast. Are y'all ready? I want to thank you all for coming for the first annual meeting of the Millennial Drag Queens of Austin. Oh, and Cheetah. Cheetah Daniels Kennedy is here as well. Make some noise for Cheetah. School's out for the summer, which means that everyone in San Marcos is gone, so I thought I would do a little charity work and invite Cheetah up here. Let her be in the roast, give her something to do. I thought it would be cute. I like to describe Cheetah as the Louisiana Purchase of San Marcos. She is a legend in the city. She's one of the eldest in the city. She has far too many drag children running around the city. The only difference between Cheetah and Louisiana is that Cheetah's not as flexible. Cheetah's not as successful. Cheetah is not on TV, unless you count the time that she was on To Catch a Predator. But that was a long time ago. She's changed. No, rumor has it that the only reason that Cheetah started doing drag was so that she could be incognito around twinks again. But I digress. No. The real reason that I invited Cheetah to the roast tonight was because she is the mother of hentai. Yes, it was her poor decision to not visit Planned Parenthood, and that is why we are all here today. But you know, speaking of babies that should have never been born, Rhonda Jules is also here today. Rhonda Jules, she has the face that only a mother could love. But you know, I'm not even sold on that. Mandy, what are your thoughts? Mandy's her drag mom, in case y'all didn't know.
I don't want her.
No, seriously. Bitch, nobody wants her. Let's be real. No, seriously, the only thing that's scarier than Rhonda Jules is Rhonda Jules out of drag. And that's probably why she has so many brunch gigs, because nobody wants to see her in the daytime, unless they're about 5 mimosas deep and there's a face full of makeup in front of her. You know, when I first moved to Austin, all I was hearing was, poor Rhonda. And I never understood quite why until I saw her wigs, and I saw her outfits, and I saw just how many tips she would get per average performance. The bitch is poor. I was going to use this poor joke to segue into talking about Tatiana Cholula, because she always talks about how broke she is. But she canceled last minute on another paid gig of mine, so we're stuck with Mandy Quinn.
You're welcome.
Oh, Mandy, you know, I could keep the poor jokes going and talk about your shoes that you wear for every fucking drag performance, those black booties you have on right now.
I'm sorry, my feet and my dick are bigger than yours.
I don't have a dick, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's keep that you have one. I can talk about her spiderweb leggings that she's worn ever since she started introducing herself as Wildfire. But I don't want to do that. No. I actually want to thank Rhonda. There we go. There's a roast again, and it wasn't even a fucking plan, bitch. I called you Rhonda. That one hurt. No, I actually do want to thank you, Mandy. You stepped in at the last minute for this show with very little time to prepare, and I know just how much your time means to you. Mandy, I keep almost calling you Rhonda, what the fuck? Mandy takes like 4+ hours to do her makeup, and the bitch doesn't even have eyebrows. She'll text me like 2 hours before I'm even thinking of doing my makeup, and she'll be like, all right, girl, I just need to do my lashes, and then I'm ready to go to the gig. And I still somehow beat her to the gig. Most people shave their brows to knock off time, but she just does it for the aesthetic of when she's out of drag, I guess. But, you know, unfortunately, I'm not going to be receiving those text updates anymore because Mandy and I just were let go from our show together. Womp womp. Sad. Hold for sad ahs. But I'm placing the blame solely on Mandy.
I'm doing that to her, so it's okay.
Rightfully so. But I guess on the bright side, I don't have to get texts from Mandy anymore, so that's good, right? No, but really though, Mandy, I appreciate you so, so much. You're always there when I need a queen to fill a spot at the last minute. You're just the perfect queen to co-host when I'm in a pickle, just not quite perfect enough to get booked in the first place.
Just remember, if you ever need a cavity filled, I'm here.
I actually do. I had quite a dentist experience, but we'll save that for another time. Next up we have Ruby Knight. You may know her from her show with Hentai, Violent Femme. Make some noise for Violent Femme. Or you might know her from her show with Louisiana Purchase called Sad Girls Only. Ruby was so excited when it was announced that Louisiana was going to be on Dragula, and it's not because they're besties and she was proud of her like you would think. No. Ruby doesn't have a car, so she just takes Uber to the gig, and she's really excited that now she can just ride Louisiana's coattails everywhere and never have to worry about anything again. But like I said, she co-hosts a few shows around town, but believe it or not, she can actually do some things on her own. In the past year, Ruby has recently started DJing at certain events. She's actually the resident DJ at my show with Cupcake called Cream on Sunday nights at Sellers Underground. I like to call her DJ Rub Me Nut now, because whenever I am listening to her set, all I can think about is how much I would rather be rubbing me nut than listening to Carly Rae Jepsen, Charlie XCX, and Kim Petras on repeat. But you know, she really was thinking when she named herself Ruby Knight. She always leaves me in the dark. Just like last week when she left me with the lights off at Sellers on the main stage. I actually had a dream last night where Ruby was just like roasting me for filth. And I was freaked out, I woke up all stressed, but then I remembered if it's anything like her lip syncs, she's just gonna forget all the words. But enough about all these stupid, dumb, ugly bitches. We're here to talk about hentai. No. Mother hen, Vestite, hentai, Kennedy. With all the name changes and breaks from drag, you would think that she wants us to forget about her. But girl, let's be real, you don't have to keep changing your name for us to forget about you. I get it, her boyfriend helps people change their gender on their IDs, but girl, just because that's the case doesn't mean you can keep changing your name back and forth, bitch. She said that the reason that she kept changing it was because she wants to promote her music, and the name Hentai keeps getting her shadow banned and stopping people from seeing and listening to her new music. And I just think it's so cute that she's blaming her name for why no one's listening to her music. But actually, I was unfortunate enough to attend her first live show performing as Vestite. She did a cover of Toxic by Britney Spears, and like the song, it was quite toxic. Basically, I would just say that it might have been a better idea to really tribute Britney by lip-syncing instead of singing live. I actually recently tried to get new health insurance because I turned 26 and I can no longer rely on my parents. So I went to the Health Alliance of Austin Musicians and I was like, hey, I'm a drag queen. You don't think I'm going to be able to finesse them into getting me health insurance? And they said, okay, but you need to prove that you can make music. So I was like, all right, I'm a white queen, I'm skinny, tall, I'll just show them hentai music. So I showed them Magnetic and they said, okay, but you have to show that you can produce music. So needless to say, I did not get ham health insurance, but you know.
Can I really get health insurance for making music?
Yes, you literally can, so I highly suggest talking to ham, Health Alliance of Musicians.
I'm finally gonna have health insurance, y'all.
Yes! Who would have known that you would learn about it at the roast of all places?
Roast your ham.
But in all seriousness, all jokes aside, I really do love and admire Hentai. She's talented, hardworking, creative beyond belief. Her lip syncs always have some kind of crazy concept involving leeches, robot baby puppets, you name it. It's just a shame that her creativity for lip syncs didn't quite translate in her songwriting. I wanted to take a moment to read an excerpt from her new single, Break It Up. Look at the chewing gum that I chew with you. This is the gum I chew with you. Give it up for Hentai, the Aristotle Oscar.